There's a sentence that people say when they already know the truth. They go, I'm just confused. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not uncertain, not unclear. I'm just confused. Here's the thing about confusion. Real confusion feels chaotic. This doesn't feel chaotic. This feels more heavy than anything because in reality, you're not confused. You're standing at the edge of something and once you move, nothing goes back to what it was. Maybe you keep revisiting the same question. You've already thought about it over and over and over, late at night, in the car, during conversations that aren't really conversations. You keep replaying it in your mind. You analyze it, you imagine the outcomes as if you took that route, but the answer never changes. Only your willingness to accept it does. See, confusion always asks new questions. Avoidance repeats the same one. And if that's you, you're not looking for clarity, you're looking for comfort. So here's what we do. You talk to people, not to really understand, but to feel better staying exactly where you are. You don't want the truth, you just want someone to reassure you because truth moves things and reassurance keeps things exactly where they are. And sometimes we'll call it confusion when we really mean, I don't want this to be true. One of the things I found out is that the body knows before the mind ever admits. It's the strange part. Your body already knows. The tightness you feel when you think about it, the silence in certain conversations, that feeling you can't shake. Your body has already decided you need to move, but your mind is just negotiating. Your mind debates what your body already knows. And here's where it turns. I have to say something uncomfortable. You're not confused about what to do. You're confused about who you'll become after you do it because decisions don't just change situations. They will change your identity. The person who stays is not the same person who leaves. The person who speaks is not the same person who stays silent. And that's what you're really wrestling with, not the decision, the version of yourself on the other side of doing what you know you need to do. Let's talk about the real reason you're waiting. You're saying, I need more time. But time hasn't changed anything. You're not waiting for clarity. You're waiting for courage. Or maybe you're waiting for something to happen out of the clear blue sky. So the decision gets made for you so you don't have to own it. So you don't have to be the one who changed things. Sometimes we wait hoping life will make the decision that we're actually just afraid to make. But here's the part that nobody says. Maybe you're not avoiding the decision. Maybe you already made it. And you're just slowly becoming the person who can live with it. Because sometimes clarity doesn't come in a moment. It comes in distance. You stop arguing as much. You stop explaining as much. You stop hoping the same way. And one day, you realize you didn't decide, you just drifted into clarity. Sometimes you don't make the decision, you just slowly stop being the person who would have chosen the other one. If this episode sat with you, share it with someone who's been living in the space between knowing and moving. And if you haven't already, I want you to subscribe to The Pain Project because some conversations don't give answers. They just help you hear yourself more clearly.